and away they go. Caroline Island got the best break on the stand side. Glastonbury's up the centre. Then Easy Tiger tracking the speed. The white cap who's racing on the outside of runners, and further back in the field is Queen's packed in the red cap down the centre, followed by Princess Pantano. On the left-hand side we have the club colours of Opera Fan, then Rejuvenate just behind it, and further back in the field is Back from War as they come down to the last 500 metres. Out in front is Caroline Island, holds the stand side rail, with on the outside Easy Tiger now starting to get going. Glastonbury's up the centre. Further back in the field is Opera Fan and Queen's Pact as they come to the 300 metre mark, and now Easy Tiger puts it together. A little bit green is drifting to the inside is Easy Tiger, but claims the advantage, going together with Glastonbury and Caroline Islands further back. It's Easy Tiger in front from Glastonbury into the closing stages, and Easy Tiger's won it. Glastonbury second, Caroline Island third, and then came behind that one Back from War. 3-1-4 is confirmed by the judge. So where's Easy Tiger on the right-hand side of the track? Was a little bit green as drifting to the inside, but understandable. Still a juvenile, only at second race, and wins a nice race though nonetheless. Glastonbury going with it, and then came Caroline Island further back in the field. But it is Easy Tiger and Richard Fourie to open up the meeting out here at Turffontein.
Number 2, Easy Tiger, has done it for the Mike and Matthew de Kock stable. A lovely second run and second win for the daughter Rafif. Well done to Ridgemont, of course, Devon Hefner. And I believe Julia's on course, which is lovely today. And the man Richard Fourie is taking a turn here as well. Richard, obviously, is still a bit green there in the running, but decent horse.
Yeah, look, she's quite spunky, which is nice. And very simple instructions from the boss. Just give her some cover. There's going to be a bit of speed. But she travelled really well in the race, almost too good. She definitely come on from her first, her debut run, and she picked him up quite nicely, and then sort of idled a little bit, hit a flat spot, and then towards the end she was comfortable again. So nice filly, good mover. Well done to Team Ridgemont, well done to Mr. de Kock and his team. It's a fun filly.
I see Devon and Ridgemont having they must have a very high strike rate with their horses.
I would hope so. But yeah, it's early days and we're building up to something good.
Great start. I'm not going to ask you about the horses because you haven't ridden them, so that's a very unfair question. How's the track?
Track's running fast. I think it will definitely suit the horses in the top 6 or within 3 lengths of the lead horses.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Richard Fourie, lovely to have him here. Mike's here as well. I think Matthew's still in Australia, but here's Mike. Good to have you on course, Mike, and 2 good wins for this horse.
Cheers, thank you. Yeah, thanks firstly to Paul Matchett for leaving enough horses in to make sure we had a race. It's very frustrating programming horses around at the moment. If you think of it, we had a Colts and a Fillies, and I don't think one Colt stood its ground when they joined the race. So that's a sad situation at the moment. But anyway, she's a nice filly. I think the further she goes, the better she's going to be. Good acceleration. Still very naughty. But, it's, as I say, the association started very well. 3 from 3, everyone's happy. So, and of course, Julia's here, the lady that is responsible for all of these lovely youngsters and doing all their early schooling. So, I mean, you can hear from Julia. I'm sure she's quite excited dealing with these lovely well-bred horses.
I'm sure she is. Please, Mark, if I can ask you about Sea Anemone and Marauding Horde coming up later.
Yeah, he's a horse that I've always thought is going to be very effective over 2-4, but I've tried him 3 times and he hasn't been. But I think he's just been very immature, weak. He's not run bad races, but he hasn't won. I think he's looking for this trip today and possibly even further. I hope I'm right. If I am, he'll be very competitive. She's a filly that can run well fresh, for sure. It's a competitive handicap. But she's slightly better than her form. I wouldn't leave her out of anything.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Mike de Kock, thank you so much. Julia, are you going to come and have a quick chat to us? Please do. I'm sure a lot of you don't know Julia. She does the pre-training for Ridgemont, and lovely to have you on track. Well done.
Yeah, thank you. It's great to be here.
So how many of these horses do you actually take care of?
I think we've got about 80 on the farm at the moment, the new season's yearlings, but we broke in 96 last year.
By the looks of it, you're doing an exceptionally good job, and this one might have been quite one of the tougher ones.
Yeah, no, she is tough. Yeah, but they're very nice horses, they're easy to work with, and go to nice trainers, so it makes everything very straightforward.
Really great to have you on course. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Here we go. Here we go. That's Julia. Well done to Julia. And the groom's coming in now. It's going to be Johannes, who's representing Simba. Johannes doesn't want to talk, but here's R1,500 for the groom Simba. Thank you, Johannes, for coming and picking it up. And that will be going to Simba. R1,500 World Sports Betting. Thank you very much. Right, 2, 3, 1, and 4. The numbers. Great to meet Julia Keswita for the first time for me. And that's a good start for the favourite backers, race 1. Race 2, PA, coming up next.